Peace, Waterher family. If you haven't visited my website yet, please go to Waterher LLC and find this beautiful offering in my shop. And it does have Waterher on it, right there at the very bottom. It's super cute. You can see online some pictures. And some other things too. Oh wait, I want to show you the other one. Oh, that means I have to take this completely down. Oh well. So, get me on your phone. Take your spiritual protection with you everywhere you go, right? Get me on your phone case. Sorry, phone. I hope you're okay. Okay. I watched Pride and Prejudice today, and I'll just say that I definitely understand why that narrative was brought into the twin flame union to give you all a storyline to go based on to validate your story. So it was true that some of you in your twin flame come from different walks of life, different paths, maybe different statuses in life. Your relationship challenges the status quo in some way, or traditional family values, or what your community's expectations are when it comes to who you choose to be in love with. Um, it just challenges a lot, and on both sides. And this could be for others of you, like somebody you don't even see yourself with, somebody that you're like, oh, they're an F boy, or they're just not a good person because they have money and all this, and they're abusing their power, or, whatever prejudices that you picked up about this person, which is by definition opinions of a person that is not based on experience with them. It's not based on any kind of experience. It's just things you've tried to learn about them through other people, or your own misconceptions of them, or just assumptions of their character, rather. So, let me see. What else? It really touched me. I cried. I cried. I barely stay awake during movies, but I made it. Something actually woke me up when I was about to really fall asleep deep, and allowed me to catch this confession part. So as I said, your twin flame is very much contemplating and knowing that they will have to come forward at the right time to admit and confess to you what they are feeling, what they do feel about you. And this could be very unexpected because you and this person have gone for a period of time, or will be going through a period of time if you guys recently separated, but you go through a long period of time of not hearing from them, of not knowing, and then boom, out of nowhere, they seemingly just pop up with this confession of, it was so sweet in the movie. He's just like, you have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love, and I love, and I love you. So definitely some beautiful love, romantic confession energy, and knowing that, your person has been going through a lot of change and transformation of their heart, of their mind, of their body, of their soul, everything, to be with you, to prove to you that beneath the mask that they've been wearing, beneath the demeanor or persona that they put on, they are truly carrying a heart of gold. And this is what makes them your kingdom spouse, not because they're successful in, some of you are dealing with people who are in the spotlight, or hello, who are in the spotlight, who are very successful and well-known people, or just hold some type of um, social ranking that is up there, right? And people would assume that because of that, that's what makes them a king, but no, or a queen. But no, in fact, it is their heart. But they have this pride, or yeah, pride. They have this pride because they know that their heart is something to protect. They know what they've been through before, what they've dealt with before. They know how soft and sensitive. I don't even want to say soft. I don't want to offend anybody, but they just know how tender and loving and deeply devoted and loyal of a person that they are, and they don't want this to be abused by anyone. And knowing that this loyal heart, this heart that is very deeply loving and compassionate and generous, um, could be, they've seen it. They know that it could be um, a now I don't want to say a weakness, but it can be taken advantage of if shared or given to the wrong person. So they're the type that really takes their time in studying you and learning you and kind of engaging with you as a person and seeing how you act over time. And this is why this connection has taken time, because it's like they needed to see how you act through all seasons, through all experiences. Are you the type to expose them? Are you the type to share their secrets? Are you the type to try to belittle them, talk bad about them? Like, what will you do if you don't get your way? Because they have been shown before people who react and act out of spite and all kinds of things to take advantage of their beautiful, tender heart and try to bring them down and so much more. So, yeah, this person with pride, it's like it's a defense mechanism, but it's also like the right person, and you, their twin flame, has been the right person to touch their body and soul because you reached their heart. You reached through all their defensives. You saw through them, and they experienced a feeling and memory with you where it's like they know you're different. They know that you do not impose any type of danger or um, threat to them as a person, as a soul, and like this is somebody who's highly ranked. Like this is definitely one of God's favorites, okay? And God won't even allow them to be completely intertwined and caught up with the wrong person. Okay, like if this is a person, you both, but your twin flame is somebody who is highly spiritually ranked. And this is why they reflect the type of success that they do in their community. And this is why they're very private. And this is why they're very, you know, mysterious or don't really show much of how they feel or who they are to you yet. But you've seen glimpses. You see that they're playful, they're light, they're positive, they're inspiring. Like you've seen things about them, but you may have not experienced it personally yet because with you, they kind of get very um, overwhelmed by the emotions, by the experience, by the energy that surrounds the two of you that has brought this connection together on purpose. And so the purpose of you guys coming together is for you both to embrace, like you both have very high standards about what you feel like you both deserve and both want out of love, out of life, out of relationships, out of, yourself. And you guys are very similar. So the movie at the end, she's like, we're both very stubborn. So it's like you both are doing all this analyzing and protecting of your hearts because you both know what all you have to give and offer. And you both have been through your own experiences to see that it's ended up with the wrong people and the wrong people have tried to deceive you. You've been through a lot, both of you. And some of you just are not moved by anything, but each other you're completely moved by. And it's a different stage to step onto in each other's life because Although you may have loved others before, I don't really think you two have ever experienced being truly deeply in love. Um, truly having trust, truly having, like he says in the movie, like from this day from this day forward, I never want to part ways with you. Like I want to be with you forever. And like some people may have had very broken and limiting beliefs about whether or not forever last in love, and they made you feel hopeless. They made you feel like your dreams of this true love was unfathomable or just a fairy tale. But no, this person and you are direct mirrors of this desire, of this dream, of this yearning that you have for a deep love connection. And it's because you're meant to have that. You're meant to be with your kingdom spouse. Your kingdom spouse and you are meant to. It's 8:18, so I did mention you could be seeing 88. One is just symbolic of a new beginning, a new chapter. We've been catching 10:55, 11:55, bunch of fives and 222s and things of that sorts that are around this connection. Um, but just know you two are meant to come together for a higher purpose because God is here to use the both of you and has been using you and preparing you individually, but it's ultimately been preparing you for this union, it's been preparing you for what you will do together and who you will become together. There's so much more to you. Like if you think where you've made it to now is a lot and you've come a long way, just wait till you get with your twin flame. It's like you guys will go even farther. And that was the quote I was sharing yesterday that I completely screwed up. I was like, yeah, you can go faster alone, but you can go farther together. Yeah, if you think you've gone through so much now, just wait and see when this person and you have aligned your chakras enough. And I did speak yesterday on what keeps twin flames together is when you're both able to vibrate in your own power and at the same frequency where you can maintain that power without falling into insecurity or doubt or any type of uh, fear-based energy that tries to sway you away from this connection or provokes a trigger where somebody is repelled or reacts from the connection. For you guys to really make this unbreakable bond, both must be at a place in their healing journey and their spiritual journey where your power, your energy, your influence, your stamina, your endurance, your authority is anchored and is solid and is stabilized, and you're not going to back down. Like this is confidence that cannot be shook. This is inner knowing that cannot be questioned. This is when you have completely embraced your power. So individually on your own, you guys have been going through situations and experiences to help train you to in trusting your power and gifts and abilities and talents and so much more. Really living surrender to faith, to God's will that's been acting through the two of you to create and really shake up the places that you're in, um, to really redefine the standards, the morals, the expectations of what is considered normal. Like you guys have really been called to really shake shit up. All right. Like, and so as you learn how to do this more confidently on your own, this is what helps you anchor in this power and and welcome in this partner that then will be able to join you on this mission, right? And that's why I said Twin Flames is more about your relationship to God and living in your purpose and aligning with your higher self and actualizing your full potential and healing from past traumas, fears, insecurities, and things that get in the way of your progression, so that you can realize and become this complete new version of yourself, this royal version of yourself, this higher self, this king and queen energy. And so a lot of you are at a point where this may be something that happens for you later on, but I'm going to speak of it as it's now because everything I say does trespasses. So I just got a random thought. Anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. But anyways, I can't say when I'm thinking something and another thought comes in the way because I'm like, I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Anyways, we're just moving forward. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Divine Mother, Father, God, for watching over me, protecting me in the Water Her Collective from evil eye, low vibrational, dark demonic witchcraft, hexes, and spells against our spirit, our souls, our life, our destiny, and our twin flame unions. Thank you so much for using me as a conduit of truth, clarity, and unconditional love. So it is. Amen. Okay, so. Whew. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They want me to talk about this dream I had last night. Okay. So, okay. All right. First, I want to start with I'm currently studying, from my experience, spiritual pregnancy. Okay. Because I've been having a lot of dreams about pregnancy and birth and expectancy of something, right? But spirit babies in general, too. I've been seeing babies. And so, like I've mentioned, you and your twin flame are meant to, you two have a completely different genetic code, a different blood type, like something about you genetically that is very divine, very powerful, very purposeful. And when you come together, it's like a beautiful phenomenon in nature that is able to create and open portals to a very high vibrational dimension that will bring forth these beautiful star children, like these divine beings on earth that is a different type. Like we know about chosen ones, but this is of a different type or something. I want to say specimen, but I'm like, I don't know what the right terminology is, but it's something very different about these children that come through each other, and or through your union, you know? And so I was speaking on my Instagram, if you follow me there, that I've been studying about spiritual pregnancies because I feel like when you do, well, I know that when you raise your frequency high enough and you are experiencing you here in this timeline, you're also able to experience yourself in higher dimensions simultaneously. So, spiritual pregnancy, I feel like, has something to do with Mary's symbolic story of her phenomenon of conception, right? But I'll come back to speak on that later. Um, but in my own experience, I know that I have been literally experiencing symptoms of pregnancy, knowing I'm not pregnant, I'm not sexually active, I'm not dating. I have no reason to even be thinking I'm pregnant or anything. And I'm still menstruating every month. TMI, right? Whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I know I'm not pregnant. I'm not saying I'm pregnant. I'm saying spiritually, I'm aware that in a higher dimension, that this conception, this marriage, this union, these children have already been created. And it's simple. And I'm experiencing, and this is where we are having to learn that we are multidimensional. Like we are not just one dimension or three dimensions here. We are literally integrating several different dimensions on this earth, okay? Especially those of us who are really doing the work, healing, and receiving these upgrades and energy activations and things like that. Like we are truly multidimensional. So I'm experiencing literal symptoms of pregnancy that I remember with my first child. And I'm like, I know there's something in there, like from side effects to sleeping schedules to just food cravings and um, all kinds of stuff, appetite increasing, everything. Okay. And I keep seeing these spirit babies in my dream. And last night specifically, they wanted to share with me that I guess this has already happened, and we are just kind of in this waiting phase of waiting for this to come into fruition in this dimension. But the blueprint and everything has already been laid out in the fifth to the ninth dimension, because some of you guys are very powerful, high level twin flames. Like this is not a low dimensional twin flame that takes you back into your past traumas. Like, no, this is a twin flame that is going to take you into a version of yourself and your lineage that nobody in your family has ever seen. Like it's breaking barriers, it's breaking curses, everything. Like it's where you're really going to be seen in your it as the royal highness, okay, as the king, as the queen, quite literally, and what you do and who you become. And so I spoke a little about that on my story, the spiritual baby. But yeah, definitely some of the divine feminines, we are experiencing some type of spiritual pregnancy. Like I spoke like the TikTok saw, like I have wine in my cup. So I just think I'm going to drink a little wine. And immediately it's like, because I haven't been drinking for a while, but today I was like, let me just try. But I'm like, one sip and I'm like, oh, my stomach, like what's going on? But literally, like it's really strange, but it's also fascinating. So I'm learning from this, and I'll be back with further updates as we continue with this experience that God is putting me through. But with that all being said, in this dream, God showed me that marriage has happened already too. So I saw a huge ceremony, like being out on land, having like a reception, a party. And something specific about this union is that you all are going to be some type of entertainer, performer, artist. Like your whole family is just going to be very talented, very gifted. Because I saw like a family, like a whole lineage, like 50 people up there, like all playing the symphony. So there's a grand symphony happening for this couple. But the Grand Symphony was a family, and they were all highly gifted, highly talented, just wow, amazing. And we're just sitting there in the front on the grass ahead of like the whole audience, which was like going miles back. And there was a bunch of food, like celebrate, and a lot of sweets, okay, a lot of sweet food, a lot of desserts. I saw green, which represents, the grass is green, but inside the house, the walls were green in some areas. So this is all representing new beginnings, fertility, abundance, prosperity. And this is like a ceremony. And even your person had a security guard, like literally like the prince or the prince is coming to you to grab your hand in honor and make you their queen so they can step into being the king as well. So that's basically the vibe I was getting. And after we came together and everybody's greeting us, and we're going to the front of the lawn where the performance is, we're sitting on the grass, and that's when I knew, okay, these twin flames, these couples are meant to be like whatever creative talent you guys will have, whether it's modeling, acting, singing, dancing. It's just something creative that you all will be doing, or something you will be innovating. So you guys might be very like builders and intellectuals and innovators of ideas. But whatever it is, honey, like the whole family was royal. And that is when a spirit baby sat in the lap of the person that I was with. And I was like, oh wow, here goes the baby that I believed I was pregnant with anyways, and here it is just sitting down on our laps, like, hey, that's my daddy, I'm gonna go sit on his lap. And I'm like, ah. But it was beautiful. So that was just a confirmation that this wedding, this union, it's already being celebrated. It's already happened. It already is. And that's what you need to know. Like, it's divinely protected and it's divinely guided. And there's nothing that's going to come between this. And there's nothing that's going to stop this. So, yeah. Okay, what do you want the Twin Flame Collective to know today? July 20th. Whew. Let me drink some water, because I'm like, this wine literally is screwing my stomach up, and I just had a baby sip. Like, cannot believe it. Okay, we need to use this deck. Building your world. So yeah, you two are both in this mirroring energy of expanding and creating and networking to up level whatever you're doing in your life and your purpose. Some of you guys had transitioned from one career or one place that you used to work or live, and you are now venturing into new ideas, new projects, new, wow, literally new creations, innovations just popped out. You guys are venturing off into this new direction where you're innovating new sounds, new art, new styles, new technology, new, a new pathway for yourself. Whereas, like, instead of sleeping on your dreams, your creative potential, your ideas, what makes you unique, what makes you different, this is something that you have been embracing more of. This is something that you've actually been expanding upon, these natural gifts and talents. So, this is beautiful. This is wonderful because this is the direction God wants you to go, because God doesn't want you to be stifling your gifts that He's given you to be, a slave to society, or to be used as some type of muppet or puppet. God really wants you to embrace your gifts, your power, your talents, and what makes you unique, and be obedient to this higher guidance, and not care what people think about it. Um, and even if it's causes you to lose certain things, like lose some type of money or security or whatever that you're getting from following another path, or doing what others expected you to do, or following, like, even if it caused you to lose something from there, know that God is going to restore you and give you more than you could even imagine. Just be patient and just focus on doing this work that God is putting your heart to do, to shine as your authentic self, right? Yeah, fearlessness, removing obstacles, earth magic. So you are quite literally tapping into, um, this is like that energy of being a daredevil, being, somebody who's here to push the limits, as I was saying earlier, of what is normal, of what is, you know, the boundaries, pushing the boundaries of things, and being fearless because you're here to shake shit up, right? So it's like your authenticity, your gifts, the way you want to express yourself, what you want to create, what's your idea, what you own. Like, definitely, I see you working on getting, all the legal stuff handled, as far as covering yourself, and covering your ideas and intellectual property and whatever it is. But you are quite literally manifesting and creating magic on earth with this, fearlessness, and this, getting over the obstacles. Because it's like when you're in the industry or field of something, and it's like, well, typically a person has to do A, B, C, and D first, and go through one, two, three steps and do all this stuff. But it's like you are receiving opportunities, or you are doing something that, even with very little, um, even like, you're just doing something that has never been done the way you've done it before, or you're getting opportunities when it's like, like, you may not meet the qualifications, type of thing. You might be getting job positions and things where you don't necessarily meet the qualifications, but it's undeniable that you have the skill, you have the talent, you have, something there to show that, like, you would be a valuable asset. Or this is you just saying, screw their business, I'm going to start my own, I'm going to work on my own, and I'm going to, own myself, because I'm not here to play by anybody else's rules. I'm here to own my rights, own my masters, own everything of myself. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what you're doing. I see in the Twin Flame Collective. This is on both sides. I see you are definitely nurturing a goal, a vision, a purpose that you've been given. And they're also reminding you all to definitely remember to give yourself grace, because what you are doing is here to push the limits, push the boundaries, push the status quo, everything. And, even break generational curses that have been on your lineage, to feel unworthy, to feel incapable, to feel set back and held back. Like, no, you are literally going and roaming, because this is a horse I see. So you're roaming into new territories with these new creations, with this creative genius about you that is just obviously, like, people can't deny it's great. Like, you are great, you have a light about you, and you are doing something that is ahead of time, so to speak. um, or you are just giving this timelessness energy, or it's like if you feel new to something, like it's obvious to others that this seems like something that you've been doing for a much longer time. Spirit wants you to know that it's important for you around this full moon to definitely nurture yourself, give yourself some undivided time and attention to calm your emotions, because stepping into these new territories and working on building this world definitely has caused all of us to confront some type of fear or some type of questioning of where we're at and what we're doing and how is it being received and all this overthinking. So they want you to take some time to calm down your mental state and your emotional state and just relax and connect with your feminine wisdom or your sensuality, like doing what feels right, trusting that what you felt was right in the moment was the right decision. Um, and, just being like being in alignment with your instincts, like not really challenging your instincts so much, but just trusting them and giving into them. Divine Feminine, too, specifically, I see a message out here for you that maybe this is standing out to more of you, Divine Feminine, but you have achieved a level here, and that is goes with the reading we had the other day about what is happening for the Divine Feminine. Like you have reached this new level, you have broken through some type of barrier or conditioning, and whatever you started working on and creating and going for, which was your North Node, your destiny, you have fearlessly manifested this, and removed obstacles, and you have achieved this new level. Okay. Whoa, something fell. Summoning power, which is instinct, intellect, and control. So yeah, just trust yourself. Keep trusting yourself, because you are definitely going towards this more peaceful time where you're going to see how your hard work paid off, both of you. But definitely, because I feel like either way, you both are adding your own special touch, I should say, to whatever you're doing in your life. And you guys are definitely following the beat of your own drum, rather. And it's definitely shaking shit up. And some of you guys have felt this pressure or this, just these people who want to try to box you, like not liking what you're doing or just trying to give you a hard time or something of that. But who cares? They're just saying, like, calm down. Like this, around this full moon, you might be feeling an influctuation of emotions, but that's because there's some deep purging happening underneath the surface. There's some type of deep release, some deep cellular healing. This is when you are awakening, literally awakening certain codes of energy within your body that you've never touched before. It's like every day, every week, every month, you are waking up and igniting and activating, new codes in you that have been lying dormant in you. And when you turn these codes on, it's like it takes you through a wave of remembrance, a wave of sadness, a wave of hopelessness, a wave of, just feeling all the things that maybe in your bloodline people have felt about their own dreams, about their own life purpose, and what they weren't able to fulfill while they were here. But you are doing it. And this is what makes you so divine and royal to your bloodline, is that you are actually the one touching these dormant codes and spaces of yourself and stepping into these new territories. And there's a lot of emotions around how much you are having to face in doing that, because this is not an easy path. I'm not saying this is easy at all. This has not been easy. Even to come together with this partner has not been easy, because a lot of you have not seen a marriage, or if you have, it has not been a healthy marriage. It hasn't been a divine union type of marriage. It's been I will tolerate you and repeat the cycles of my family lineage that, stayed with somebody out of, codependency, rather than sharing a purpose and a mission together and empowering and both being empowered in ourselves. So a lot of these twins, like even you guys coming together, is an achievement, because you have not had those role models. You have not had that success or seen that type of love be demonstrated in your bloodline or around you or anywhere, like, or if you did, it was like later in life, you know. But in those years where life was imprinting upon you what was possible for you and everything, you saw a lot of separation, divorce, disconnection, battling, and all kinds of stuff. So everything that you are achieving and working on and you're going after that seems like a dream and seems outside of this world standards, okay, or outside of the world that you've known standards, then yeah, this brings a lot of emotions. And Spirit just wants you to know it's okay to feel these feelings, but don't forget to mother yourself. Don't forget to nurture yourself, to comfort and yeah, just to comfort yourself. Comfort yourself at this time. And know that everything's going to be okay. Like, you are doing an amazing job, divine feminine and divine masculines. You're not alone either. You're not. You're never alone. You both mutually are fighting your own. You're both fighting battles, but you're not fighting them alone. What else? Let's speak about you have bewitched me, body and soul. Okay, so this divine masculine, this kingdom spouse, and I really feel like it's both ways because something about this connection for both of you is just like the way that it felt upon connecting with this person's energy and everything. It's like, can't put into words. It's just, I'm deeply in love with you. I'm deeply in love with who I see you as. I'm deeply in love with your aura, your energy, your presence, your intellect, your accomplishments, your persona, your not even persona, but your personality. Just everything about you is just so enamoring to your person. It's so like they really do see themselves as very similar to you. And that's the funny part about this Pride and Prejudice movie is that she admits at the end, like, we're actually very similar. We're both very stubborn. Okay, so you and your person might both have a stubborn streak, but you both also have this extremely loving, deeply romantic side of yourself too, where it's like you believe in that deep romance stuff. You may not ever tell a soul. You may show it through your art you create, but as far as physically and expressing this to others and just wearing your heart on your sleeve, not so much. But with each other, it's like your kingdom spouse sees you as literally the pearl and the oyster. They see you as the waves in the ocean. They see you as the reflection of the moon that hits the ocean. I don't know, there's a lot of ocean. I'm listening to water in the background too. But there's something to do with water. You two like, be near water, around water, or they think about you when they're in water or by the water or something of that nature. But they spend a lot of time just thinking about you. And it's something that is like uncontrollable for the two of you when you cross each other's mind, is that you just have these fantasies and these dreams and these desires to go here, to experience that with your person. I wonder what they think about this. And just all these little things that just like bring your mind back to each other. I'm feeling, especially before they go to bed, first thing in the morning too. But they're often reminded of you. They see signs and synchronicities and stuff that reminds them of you a lot. Because with this Seven of Cups, this is like they see a lot of different signs, a lot of different things that remind them of this Ace of Pentacles, this one particular soul, this embodiment of God and energy and love and passion and everything they want. Because this is a treasure box, like, okay, like this is something that is like they're so eager to uncover. They know how deep you go is they know you go much deeper than what you've shown, and they do too. And Wheel of Fortune, I just opened the deck too with the Queen of Swords. They definitely have a lot of clarity about you in this connection. I feel like God has definitely been putting them through some type of awakening of their own to see this connection for what it really is. And this could be through the dream state, most definitely, or they could actually be getting readings with a psychic or somebody that has brought your energy up to them to and has described you. And book your personal reading with me, by the way. And if you are in here, please drop a like, comment, show me where you're from. And yeah, don't forget to share with a friend, a friend, hater, or family member or coworker, whoever. Sharing is caring. But yeah, visit my website, Waterher LLC, to see my spiritual services and my shop and book your private reading with me. Also, I will be doing an event in Dallas, Texas, if you're in the area, to do an in-person reading with you on July 27th. Just follow my Instagram to get the details. Um, okay. What else did I masculine? Because I feel like this is coming more so from them. Well, Queen of Cups, Divine Feminine, you are out here too. You are anticipating this reunion, this connection, this passionate confession, this to share. Like you want to get something off your heart, and whatever somebody's ready to get off their heart that they may have been holding back from you for some time, or leaving you kind of in a state of unclear, like without having clarity. Like um, I do see that they are about to make a grand entrance in your life. And we'll be right back to do a second part of this. Peace, Water family.